Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the I Rate Your Squad series. On to episode 17 already, which is incredible. And as you can see, we are going off of this tweet again, which I put out on Monday, and we've had nearly 150 replies, which is just a madness. So if you're not featured in this video, you might have been featured in episode number 16 if you replied to this tweet right here. And if you're not in either of them, don't worry, another tweet will be going out on Monday, because that's the schedule that we are going with. This tweet will always be put out on a Monday, and then we'll get 2 episodes per week, maybe bumping that up to 3 in the near future, because I know a lot of you guys want to be seeing that, so we might bump up to 3 as well. But as you can see, we've actually got 13 teams today, because we've got one bonus, which is going to be coming at the end of the video, so stay tuned to see what the bonus is going to be. So, of course, before we jump into it today, as usual, a shout out to the MVPs and the GOATs of the channel. MVPs, we have got Heisenberg Panda, Todd, Lou, Will, Harko, Patrick, Cole, and Joaquim. And then the GOATs, we've got Ice Cream, Eric, Jason, and Cody. And if you guys want to get involved as well and help support the channel, there's a join button down below. And if there isn't, top line of the description will show you how it is done. So, let's go ahead and jump into the first squad today. We've got a really good mix of squads today, so I'm really looking forward to this episode. First up, we have got Cole, who says, I have about 500k MT trying to get my third Opal in the token market. I run 5 out, Hawks, Freelance, and ISO, and I'm looking to upgrade my backup center and small forward. Keep up the great look on the videos. My guy, Cole, thank you so much, buddy. So, backup, small forward and center, we've got Larry Johnson and Joe Chi. So yes, Joe Chi definitely does need to go ahead and get improved. I wouldn't recommend going for a third Opal if you've only got 46 tokens right now, because it's going to cost you a lot of MT to lock in those sets. So don't think about going for another Opal right now. I probably would say that if you could trade in tokens, which obviously you can't, but if you could, I would say trade in Zach LaVine, get rid of him, and bring you David Robertson instead. We've got Amari, and that is a very, very solid pickup. So, off the bench, Lonzo Ball, I wouldn't say he's great. I'd probably say he needs to be sold. You can get rid of him, bring in Wes Unseld, and Wes Unseld will probably do a better job. No, he will do a better job than Lonzo Ball will. At the backup center position, as a couple of guys are saying down in the comments right here, Eddie Curry or Dino Radja. I would suggest Eddie Curry 100%. That card is fantastic. Get Eddie Curry in the starting lineup, and then move Miles Turner down to the backup, get rid of Joe Chi. And then at the backup small forward position, Larry Johnson is still fantastic. Like, really, really good, but if you do want to upgrade him a little bit, then you can go for a pink diamond Jeff Green or a pink diamond Darius Miles. I think both of those guys would be a little bit of an upgrade. Other than that, the squad is looking really, really nice. James Worthy's in here. Obviously, Amari, like I said, and Kawhi is a really, really good card. He's probably going to get an Opal at some point in the not-too-distant future, but for now, the pink diamond is still incredible. So, very, very nice little squad right there. We'll give that one an 8 out of 10 to get us going today. Next up, we have got Eli, who says, Hey JD, I'm on the Hawks 2018 and I have about 250,000 MT to spare. I'm trying to get the new 12-0 card and was wondering what cards I should get, but I don't have Moses Malone, so I can't get Rudy Gay. Keep up the grind. Thank you so much, Eli. I appreciate that. So, we've got the dynamic duo going here for the pink diamond Frostbite Magic Johnson with the Galaxy Opal Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And also we've got Glenn Rice, Dr. J, Lamar Odom, off the bench, Wes Unseld, Ray Allen, so he locked in that Prime Series 1, Andre Kirilenko, James Worthy, and Wilt Chamberlain. So a lot of players of the month. Glenn Rice, Dr. J, James Worthy, Wilt Chamberlain. So that's looking very good. And I would say a very similar comment to Jacob down here, who says, I know I'm not JD, but I would sell the Magic Dynamic Duo is not worth it. Maybe pick up a pink diamond Giannis. Great advice right there. This dynamic duo is not worth it, realistically. So you might as well go ahead and sell this pink diamond Magic. I mean, you can still keep Kareem because he's an incredible card. But if you're running Kareem without a duo and Wilt without a duo, you don't have a center with range extender, which could be a problem if you're coming up against a lot of people who go ahead and 5 out. So, tactical downgrade, I would probably say sell Kareem, buy Eddie Curry, and have him in there as your offensive center. And then, of course, you've got Wilt Chamberlain in there for the defensive option. And, of course, really, really good mid-range and really good driving. Just not got that 3-ball that Eddie Curry has got. And then at the starting point guard position, you can definitely run Wes Unseld as a starting point guard. And if you want to get a different person in there, get yourself Galaxy Opal Draymond. If you want to go different from that or a little bit cheaper than that, you can obviously get the Amethyst Isaac Bonga. But I think you've got the MT to be balling out. Other than that, Glenn Rice is fantastic. Dr. J, I would definitely recommend swapping these two guys here, actually. Dr. J at 6'6", Glenn Rice at 6'8". So just swap their positions around. It'll help you on matchups on the defensive end. And then off the bench, this Galaxy Opal Ray Allen is maybe a little bit outdated at this point in the game, but if it saves you spending NT, then it's not a bad card to have there. So a couple of improvements to make, but overall, really, really solid basis of the squad. We'll give that one an 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10 right there, because that is a very, very nice squad. Next up, we have got Always Electro, who says, can you tell me on what to improve in my squad, because I'm kind of new to the game. Thanks, and love your vids, and stay safe. Thank you so much, and the same to yourself. So these are the squads I love to see when the people are new to the game and they want advice on how to get things going. So we have got Reggie Theus, Jimmy Buckets, Larry Johnson, Karl Malone, Chris Stapps. Then off the bench, we've got the career highlights locker code, Magic Johnson, the Dwayne Wade, Luol Deng, Brian Scalabrine, and then Yao Ming as well. So players that you're going to want to sell straight away are going to be Reggie Theus, Karl Malone, Kristaps Porzingis, Yao Ming, and that'll probably do for the time being. So you can keep Jimmy Buckets. He's not the best card in the world, but I don't know, actually. Sell Jimmy Buckets as well. Sell Jimmy Buckets as well. So the only person I'd keep out of this starting five would be Larry Johnson. And off the bench, Scalabrine's fine, Luol Deng's fine, Dwayne Wade is fine. Magic Johnson, obviously, you can't sell him, but you are going to need to get someone better in there in his place. So you should have, I mean, you've got 70k at the moment. After selling those 5 guys, I don't know, maybe like 150k? Maybe. I'm not sure exactly the prices on these cards, but we'll go from about 150k as a budget right here. So at the starting power forward position, get yourself either Pink Diamond Darius Miles or Jeff Green's probably going to be a little bit too expensive. So go for Pink Diamond Darius Miles at the starting power forward position. For the starting shooting guard position, get yourself the Pink Diamond Gerald Green, who's nice and cheap. Starting centre, not starting centre, starting point guard, Wes Unseld might be a little bit too expensive, so you might have to go for Amethyst Isaac Bonga, but Isaac Bonga is still fantastic, so don't worry about having him there. He is fantastic. And then at the centre position, you can get yourself Pink Diamond Dino Raja, and I think you should be able to afford him. And then off the bench, backup centre, just get Joe Chi, nice and cheap, can do the job, not too much of a MT expenditure on him. And then at the backup point guard position, you can move Dwayne Wade there, and then at the backup 2, have someone like the Diamond Nick Batum, or Amethyst Lance Stevenson, or Amethyst Nick Young, someone like that. So quite an overhaul needed on this squad, but these are the squads that I love because I see all these players, and I can tell you guys that they're not the best cards in the world. Kristaps very, very weak at the centre position, doesn't have clamps, very, very outdated at this point in the year. Karl Malone just not suited for that power forward position. Reggie Theus just doesn't have a good release, like at all. It's really quite bad. Yao Ming is so slow. Magic Johnson, not the best card. Obviously a free locker code card. He's never going to be exceptional. And then Jimmy Butler, just quite outdated at this point in the game. Just quite outdated. But yeah, glad to see you submitting your squad. And hopefully that advice can help you out. So in terms of the actual squad rating, it's probably like a 6 out of 10. Maybe a 5. Because if I saw that team, I'd know it's pretty much a guaranteed W. But anyway, we move on, and we have Nafiz, who says, I run Hawks 5 out, and I like to peek shoot and a rim run, and I also start Chris Bosh. I have 200k, willing to sell anyone or pick up anyone that you suggest. So, he starts Chris Bosh over Miles Daniels. So, starting lineup, we've got Healy Turkoglu, the Opal Flash MJ, which is still an incredible card. Let's not get it twisted. This card's been out a while, but it is still insane. Andrei Kirilenko, what would be Chris Bosh in here, and then Taco Fall unevoed. Off the bench, Jamal Crawford, Clyde the Glide, Rudy LaRusso, obviously Mel Daniels, and then Wilt the Stilt as well. So, and we've got the duo down here as well with the Dwayne Wade and the Chris Bosh. So, off the bench, Jamal Crawford and Clyde the Glide. I think both of these guys have got to go. They're not very strong opals at all. There's definitely better value options out there, so definitely get those 2 sold. Bring in Wes Unseld at the 1, and then again, like a Pink Diamond Gerald Green, Pink Diamond Andrew Wiggins. One of those 2 guys coming in at that backup shooting guard position, and they'll do the job absolutely fine, and save up quite a bit of MT as well, free up quite a bit of MT for you. Other than that, Chris Bosh is obviously fantastic. You don't really have much in the terms of offense, especially if you like to 5 out, because Taco Fall doesn't have range extender because he's not evoed, and Wilt Chamberlain obviously doesn't have a good 3-ball, doesn't have a good release anyway, so again, probably going to recommend sell up Taco Fall unless you can get him evoed, sell him up and bring in Eddie Curry. But very nice score right there. Healy Turkoglu, obviously fantastic, especially for your peak shooting. We're going to give that one a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Because they are some very, very strong opals right there. Very nice squad indeed. Next up, we have got Rowan. He says, I've got Barnett from the Vault last night, big W. If I sold cards I don't use, I'd probably have 100k MT. I only started playing 2k a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not sure what to improve. Any tips will be helpful. Thanks. Well, My pleasure, Rowan. Let's take a look at your squad. So, we do have Dick Barnett at the 1, Michael Redd at the 2, which is a fantastic card, Rashard Lewis, Aaron, and Nate Thurman. And off the bench, Dennis Smith Jr., this is not in order, is it? Dennis Smith Jr., Rick Smith, Stephen Curry, Kobe, Doug McBuckets, KD, Ryan Anderson, and Russell Westbrook locker code. So, starting lineup. Dick Barnett is okay. Michael Redd is very good, so that he can definitely stay. Rashard Lewis, gotta go. Aaron, gotta go. Nate Thurman, definitely gotta go. So sell those 3 guys right here. Off the bench, Dennis Smith Jr. is okay, but not really worth it. So get him sold. Rick Smith can do the job as a backup centre, but you could probably just get Joe Chi, and he's going to do a similar job for a fraction of the price. So sell him up. Sell Stephen Curry. Steph is not good in this 2K, I'm afraid. Doug McBucket's got to go. KD got to go. Ryan Anderson can be okay as a backup 3 or 4. So you can definitely keep Ryan Anderson in there if needed. So you're going to have quite a lot of spaces in this squad. So I'm just going to reel off a couple of players that you can have a look at and go and pick up. So small forwards, you're looking at people like Joe Smith, Nick Batum, Darius Miles, Larry Johnson, Jared Dudley. All of those guys can come in. Jeff Green, probably going to be a little bit outside of your budget, but obviously if you can afford him, definitely go for it because he's amazing. Andrew Wiggins as well can slot in there at this small forward position. Power forward position, again, you can get people like the Joe Smith, who I do think is fantastic for his price. Also people like Danny Manning, very, very nice cheap budget option. And then centre position, you will have to splash out a little bit on a centre because there's not really that many good budget ones. So you are looking at someone like the Joe Chi, like I said, or if you want to splash out a little bit more, Dino Raja, because I think you might be able to have enough MT for him. And then off the bench, at the point guard position, Amethyst Isaac Bonga. It's probably going to be your guy. Backup shooting guards, again, Nick Young, Lance Stevenson, people like those. So good. And then I've already given you the rest of the positions. So hopefully that helps you out, Rowan. If you do watch this and you get those additions made, or just some additions made to the squad, send it in for next episode and we'll see how your squad evolves over the next couple of weeks. I don't really want to give it a rating, so I feel like I'm going to be way too harsh. But if I had to, I'd give that one a 5 out of 10. Rowan, I'm sorry. Next up, we have got Austin, who says, looking for a backup centre, but I'm up for any suggestions. My main scorer is Dwayne Wade. I got the pink line one because I loved him so much, and I run a bunch of pick and rolls and pick and fades. So, first off, you may love this pink diamond Dwayne Wade. Just sell him, man. Just sell him and get the diamond one. You will not notice a single difference in that card. You won't notice a single difference. So just save up quite a bit of MT, free up a lot of MT, get that Dwayne Wade sold, bring in the diamond Dwayne Wade. I do really like how you've got this squad made. I do really like this, Austin. So you've got the defensive presence of Wes Unseld, you've got the peak shooting in Joe Caldwell, and the same situation off the bench with Dre. That didn't make sense. With Dre and Dwayne Wade. So I really like that. Small forwards, really solid. Jeff Green and Paul George, fantastic. Sean Kemp, really, really good. Ben Wallace, he's got to go. He's got to go. Ben Wallace is not a good card, especially for his price. He's not a good card. So Ben Wallace, get him sold. Centre position, Eddie Curry, Miles Turner. No real complaints. Although you do want a backup centre. So Dino Raja is probably about the only other one out there. Can go for Rick Smith if you want a bit more height, but Dino Raja is probably going to be your guy. Ben Wallace, get him sold. Bring in a pink diamond Darius Miles. He'll do a much better job on the offensive and defensive end. And you've evoed this Billy Cunningham as well, so shout out to you. That's a long grind. I know that grind, and it's long. But yeah, really, really solid, well-built squad here. I really like that. We'll give that one a 9 out of, 8.5 out of 10. I feel like I'm being too generous today. We'll give that one an 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we got Will. I have 270k. I need replacements for both small forwards, and any other suggestions would be great. Oh, and I looked the frostbite set in when it first came out, and yes, I know I took a fat L. Well, you definitely did, Will, I'm afraid, but at least you know. So, we've got Dick Barnett, Cam Reddish, Mel Daniels, Mark Eaton, off the bench, Paul Westphal, Nick Batum, Jonathan Isaac, Joe Smith, fantastic, and then Miles Turner, and then, the magic that you locked in, regrettably, for that Mark Eaton, Lavonso Ellis, and the OG Giannis. So, you want replacements for both of your small forwards. So, in this position right here, again, cheap options, Jared Dudley, Nick Batum, Danny Manning, Joe Smith, a little bit more expensive, pink diamond Darius Miles, pink diamond Jeff Green, pink diamond Andrew Wiggins. Get those guys in there and you'll be set. Because I do think that your bench might need a little bit of work. Yeah, Jonathan Isaac, again, really good, but doesn't have that range extender, which is a bit of a problem. And then Mark Eaton as well, I'd probably suggest needs to go. I know you probably want to use him because you locked him in, but he's just not that good. Get Eddie Curry, and if you want to keep Mark Eaton, just move Mark Eaton down to the bench and then sell up Miles Turner as well. Can't really give it a full rating because it's missing a player. But I guess I'll give that like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. Next up, we have got Misha, who says, hey JD, I have 600k and would like to upgrade my power forward position and backup small forward. I run pick and pop and the Miami Heat 2013 playbook. I've also locked in the Lonzo Flash collection. So, I probably would have said sell that Lonzo, but obviously you got him locked in, so you can't be selling him. We've got Glenn Rice, James Worthy, Dino Radja, LaMarcus Aldridge, and then off the bench, Dwayne Wade, Walter Davis, Larry Johnson, Jonathan Isaac, and Miles Turner. So, nice little squad. Very, very solid players. And you want to upgrade your power forward position and backup small forward. So, Dino Radja could get upgraded. And again, I'm going to say Darius Miles or Jeff Green. Jeff Green, if you want to go elite, because he is so good. And Darius Miles, very, very solid as well. Offensively, Jeff Green will bring you a bit more, but defensively, Darius Miles is incredible. So bring in one of those two guys and you'll be absolutely set. And the backup small forward position, you've got Larry Johnson, who I do think is still a fantastic card. But whoever you don't buy for the power forward position, just chuck them at the backup small forward position. So buy both of those guys and put them in the power forward and small forward positions. Other than that, I feel like defensively you might be lacking a little bit off the bench right here. So you've got 6'4" Dwayne Wade, 6'6" Walter Davis. And obviously both of them aren't the most incredible defenders in the world in terms of like their height and their presence on the floor. So I would suggest getting a taller point guard. I know you got Zoe here, but off the bench I would suggest getting in a Wes Unseld or a Draymond Green, and then just either having Walter Davis or Dwayne Wade as your two for your offense. That would be my advice. But nice little squad. Glenn Rice, James Worthy, fantastic. LaMarcus Aldridge is a nice little card. We'll give that one an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have got Lane. Love the vids. I have 100 KMT. I'm looking for suggestions on what to upgrade. I would like to keep Jeff Green. I love his release, but I'm willing to sell anyone else. Oh, totally agree, man. I would not tell you to sell that Jeff Green card because he is fantastic. Okay, so a lot of work to be done here, Lane. A lot of work to be done. KG, gotta go. Really, really bad. So get rid of him. Lonzo Ball, get him sold. Klay Thompson, that is the lights out reward, isn't it? So you can't sell him, which is a shame because I would suggest selling him. Bam Adebayo, get him sold. And you got very lucky with the locker codes, haven't you? Wow. Devin Booker and the Rick Fox, and you got Dan Issel from the Vault as well. Shout out to you. That's very lucky. So yeah, Kevin Garnett Kevin Garnett gotta go. You can just about afford Eddie Curry, but I probably wouldn't recommend spending all of your MT on him. So just go ahead, either get yourself something really cheap like Joe Chi, or spend a little bit and get Dino Radja. They would be my two suggestions for there. The backup one, I would actually suggest moving Derrick Rose to the backup one, and then having Amethyst Isaac Bonga as your starting point guard. He's going to be a big, big improvement over that Derrick Rose. At the backup two, again, so many cards you can put in here. Diamond Nick Batum, the new Diamond Daquan Cook, obviously the Amethyst Lance Stevenson and Nick Young. They'll both come in and be a lot better than Klay Thompson. Backup small forward, Ben Simmons, he got to go. He got to go. And again, bring in someone nice and cheap. Diamond Joe Smith, Diamond Danny Manning. These guys are so cheap and so good. Dan Issel has also got to go, and bring in the same guys that I've just said for small forward and power forward. And then Bam Adebayo also got to go, because you can get quite a bit of MT back for him. And then at the backup centre position, again, just use Joe Chi if you are bringing in Dino Radja at that starting point guard, starting centre position. But Jeff Green, really good. Andrew Wiggins, good. Joe Caldwell, good. The rest of the team does need a little bit of a shake-up. So we'll give that one a 6 out of 10 for now, because I think if I came up against that squad, I'd be pretty confident. Next up, we have got Rafi, who says, hey JD, I would like to improve my bench and my starting power forward and backup point guard, and any positions you think need improving. I'm happy to sell anyone. My playstyle is mostly using the 2013 Heat playbook, like a lot of people, and if that doesn't work, 5 outing with Magic and rim running. Keep up the good content. Thanks. Thank you so much, Rafi. So, Magic Johnson, of course, fantastic. One of the best point guards in the game. Michael Jordan, Mark Aguirre, Darius Miles, Wilt the Stilt, and then off the bench, Dwayne Wade, Vince Carter, LaFonso Ellis, Thel Bailey, and Miles Turner as well. You want to improve your starting power forward. If you want to improve Darius Miles, Jeff Green is the better of the two cards. They're both elite level cards, but Jeff Green is a better one. So, well, actually, you've got a million MT, man. You've got a million MT, so you might as well go ahead and ball out a little bit. Get yourself Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp helped me. That didn't make sense. Sean Kemp helped me massively. There we go. English is tough sometimes, guys. He helped me massively on my 12-0 run. So bring in Sean Kemp. He's going to do bits at this power forward position. And off the bench, you want to back up point guard. Wes Unseld or Draymond Green are going to be the guys to bring in right there. And then I would suggest getting Eddie Curry as well for the backup center position. Other than that, Magic great, Michael Jordan great. Mark Aguirre is actually quite a good card. And obviously Wilt is good, but does have his drawbacks in terms of the offense and the lack of three-point shooting. We're going to give that one an 8.5 or an 8 out of 10. One of those two. One of those two. I know I'm really uncertain on my ratings, but bear with me, guys. Next up, we have Austin. I only have 1k, but I'm sending out a couple of Opals, a duplicate Kyrie, and a Domantas Sabonis. I'm looking to upgrade your starting shooting guard position. I think you should be looking to upgrade a little bit more than that, Austin, my guy. So Steve Nash and Kyrie in the starting lineup is a recipe for disaster. Both of them at 6'3", that you are going to get bullied inside. So Kyrie gets sold. Steve Nash as well gets sold. You got Van Arsdale in at the small forward position. Again, not the best card, but he's free, I guess. Probably could come off your bench, if that. Elvin Hayes, gotta go. Dirk Nowitzki, get him sold. Then off the bench, you've got Tiny Nate, you've got Kobe. Lamar Odom, still fine. Lamar Odom's usable as a backup unit, that's fine. Rick Fox and Andrew Bogut. So, and I see Chris Bosh down there as well, so get Chris Bosh sold. So, sell up Steve Nash, sell up Kyrie, sell Dirk, sell... No, that's it. That's what you can sell. Oh, sell Chris Bosh as well if you can. And that MJ down on the 13th man spot. And then just use that MT to go ahead and really revamp this squad. Because if you go in line with the squad like that, I'm afraid you are going to get destroyed. So yeah, massive improvements need to be made. Isaac Bonga, Wes on sale, Draymond Green for the 1. For the 2, like I've said, Nick Batum, Daquan Cook, Andrew Wiggins, if you can afford it, Gerald Green. Plenty of cards that can come in. And then, again, small forwards and power forwards. I've already suggested quite a lot this video, and same for the centre position. So, yeah, use those suggestions. And, again, if you do make any adjustments to your team, make sure to submit it for the next couple of episodes, and we'll see how your squad has evolved. But I'm going to have to give that one like a 5 or a 6, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to give that one like a 5 or a 6. And then second to last, or the last serious team, because the last one is, of course, the bonus, guys, we have got Nolania, who says, hey JD, I want to upgrade the entire team, but I have 45k MT, but willing to sell anything, peak threes and rim run, any help is appreciated. So, let's have a look. Westbrook, Michael Jordan, Andrew Wiggins, Jeff Green, Joe Chi, and then off the bench, Dwayne Wade, T-Mac, the Spotlight Giannis, the diamond one, Paul George, and then George Murasan. Okay, interesting. So, I see Opal MJ, and obviously he's fantastic, but that is like the majority of your MT in one card. So, Michael Jordan, get him sold. Westbrook, get sold. Bring in Wes Unsold. It's going to be great for your rim running. So you get Wes Unsold for the 1. At the 2, you can move Andrew Wiggins to the 2 and then get Gerald Green for the 3. Again, going to be fantastic out running to the rim. Jeff Green is fine. Definitely keep him. And then Jochi is okay. He can do the job. But the fact you've got George Murasan off the bench, I'd say move Jochi down off the bench and then bring in, like I said, Dino Raja or Eddie Curry for that starting centre position. Backup small forward definitely needs to be upgraded. Giannis is not the guy, not in the slightest. So bring in Pink Diamond Darius Miles down there and you'll be set. Dwayne Wade and T-Mac are absolutely fine. And then, yeah, Wiggins is fine, Jeff Green's fine. And Paul George is, of course, a fantastic, fantastic card. So, going to give that one a 7 out of 10 from me. And then the final team of the day is going to be from my guy, Ice Cream. Happy birthday for Thursday, you absolute hero. I don't think I need to improve, but I don't know. And it's a picture of Ronnie's stream last year. Was this last year's team? I don't even know. Is this 2K19? I feel like it was. I don't know. The time goes so quickly. With all of these players just wildly out of position. KD at the 1, Blake at the 2, Karl Malone at the 3, KG at the 4, and then Patrick Ewing at the 5. And then off the bench, Giannis, AD, Kristaps, Greg Oden, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Alonzo, and Yao Ming. He doesn't have a single small forward in this squad apart from Giannis, and he's at point guard. Wow, that's mad. Wow, what a throwback that is, guys. What a throwback to when position locks weren't a thing and you can just put anyone anywhere. 2K be wild. Anyway, guys, that is a little bonus at the end of that video. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. As usual, make sure to stay tuned on Twitter for Monday when the next tweet will be going live. And be sure to get your submissions in to be featured in the next couple of episodes. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. As usual, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.